What's up, upstanders? Dr. O here, and want to get your thoughts on the movie Sinners. And of course, there are going to be some spoilers in here, so be ready for that. But Joe, to be quite honest, I didn't know what to expect. Like, I didn't plan on seeing this movie really. I went to it to see it because I wanted to support Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler and what they were doing. My brother was like, definitely check it out. But I didn't really pay much attention to this movie. As some of y'all know, if there's a movie I plan on seeing, I don't even watch any trailers at all. But this movie, it wasn't really high on my list, so I probably saw like half a trailer or paid no mind to it. I did not know. I thought it was just going to be a black Western movie, like, black in the old days, that type of stuff. Then like halfway through, homeboy's at the crib and husband's on the floor bleeding and then getting up and eyes are all red. And I'm like, oh, damn. I am in a vampire movie. But hey, I was like, okay, let's rock now. To be clear, the movie could have kept on going the way it was, and it still would have been, it was still a good movie. I was still enjoying it, but then like everything switched up. But to be quite honest, the thing I loved about the movie, before I get to like the vibe of the movie itself, like some of the scenes and all of the other type of stuff, what I'm appreciative for, with what Ryan and Michael B. Jordan did, is that this is the type of movie that we need right now. And to be quite honest, I got similar vibes watching this movie as I did when my family went to watch the first Black Panther movie. And it's not like the movies were similar in any way, shape, or form, but it's the political climate of America. And Trump was president, then as well. This is the political climate of America. People who are black, I think people who are anybody who's non-white in this space right now wants to have a puff your chest out moment, right? And we can see it with maybe an artist winning a Grammy, like, Beyonce finally getting, album of the year, or, moments like that. This was one of those moments where, and particularly with Beyonce, because of the, not only, her getting album of the year, but also, her winning, like, album of the year in country music and all of the racism that's been involved in that. This was one of those moments because as a movie consumer, as somebody who loves superhero movies like Marvel and all of that, I'm getting pissed off at what I see Disney doing. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, but movies they got coming out like Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four have, from what I can see, and what I see when I go on IMDb, Fantastic Four has like one black woman at the bottom of the list, but doesn't even say who she's plays. So I think it's like a random character. But as far as I can tell, they have no black people as the main characters and definitely no black men. So I won't be seeing these movies, which is easy for Fantastic Four because all of the Fantastic Four movies and cartoons always suck. But another day. So I'm like, yo, I'm looking for me in these spaces. Like, even, when I watch Daredevil, loving Daredevil, but the only black guy in there is the detective. And I don't even know if he's supposed to be in there to be racially ambiguous, because I believe in real life he's like, half black and white as well. But I'm not sure. But I shouldn't have to need to be sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're disappearing from these shows. We're disappearing from these shows. And it's just not cool. It's just not cool. And so this movie gave me all of that. It gave me everything. Now, some, specifics I loved about the movie, this is what a lot of people are talking about, including people like Spike Lee. I love the club scene where they were weaving in all of the music from past, present, and future. I thought that was just beautiful, with the African, griots and, African dancers and the future DJs. And, they brought in, dancers from what I believe to be, Chinese culture as well, because the people who are playing, the Asian characters, last name was and I believe they're talking, and she was like, he spoke Chinese to me. So, like the way they wove that in, like, that's how I consume art. I think about it, past, present, and future. That was just beautiful. I love the fact that they brought in, a lot of traditional African spirituality and didn't make it look like as savage and barbaric as, other movies do. There was a powerful force in there, which I think was really great as well. The way that the connection to the music, drop the guitar, like, that was very powerful. And have Buddy Guy at the end, come in and show, like, he didn't drop the music. He couldn't let it go. Like, I feel like there was just so much symbolism in the movie. And of course, Michael B. Jordan, Smoke and Stack, were both incredible in terms of what they were doing as well. But this movie just brought so much to what we need today. And I want to commend them for doing what they did, because really at the end of the day, just such an attack on black spaces. And I thought Hailey Stanfield was great. I liked her in the Disney Hot Girl movie TV series as well. I think she's a really good actor as well. Delroy Lindo, I mean, come on, like everybody just brought it. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any weak links in the movie at all in terms of the actors. And the brother who played the young version of Buddy Guy, excuse me, name escaping me. I don't do this stuff with notes. Y'all know I'm right off the dome with this stuff. I just thought that he was incredible as well. So, rather than going to a whole thing about, the cinematics of it and this and that, I'm just thankful that this movie is being embraced the way that it is. You see everybody like LeBron James and Spike Lee and just everybody just pushing this movie. I hope it continues to do well. Not because I need people to see Hollywood and see success in black movies, but this is the space we need right now. And I feel like all of the groups out there that are feeling marginalized in any way, shape, or form. I love the fact how he brought, people from the Asian community in there, how he brought people from the indigenous community in there. I really thought folks from the indigenous brothers and sisters were going to come through and just save everything at the end. I really thought that was going to be there. And wow, to see Saul Williams, in there as well, legend in the spoken word. And obviously does his thing in the acting thing, but, legend in the spoken word space for us. Man who I got to interview a while ago. I'm just thankful for the movie. So please go out and support it. Go out and watch it. If you watch it, you're probably gonna have to see it again after you maybe. I was talking to a friend about it today. Shout out to Helena. I was talking about it today, and just like so much of the symbolism that was missed. On both of us, it's just like, they need to go check that again. And I think it's a movie that is so multi-layered that is built to have to be seen again. I mean, I'm definitely going to be buying it when it comes out for streaming, but this is what we need right now. Get out there. All these movies, everyone needs to come out with their stuff and embrace their space in a society that's trying to keep us all down. So what did you think about it? Was it too much, too little, too black, too non-black? What did you think of the white vampires? And the fact that the white vampires were out there talking about, what you trying to do integrating in this country? They don't like you. They don't want you. They not like you, right? Basically, I don't know if they actually said they not like us, but I felt like they was throwing that all up in there. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, Ryan being from the Bay and all that other type of stuff. I thought that was some very interesting dialogue that was going on there. And I think it has some black folks who are in the movie, like, thinking like, maybe I should be a vampire. Like, maybe stuff will be all good. Maybe a little bit better. That kind of threw me off a little bit. But yeah. All around, great movie. I'll probably check it again in the theaters if I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. But I hope y'all go see it and support it as well. Peace.